It's raining sixes in the desert. An Indian batsman has scored a big 100 and we have already seen a super over. This is what the IPL is all about, isn't it? And yes, plenty of conversations also around where MS Dhoni should be batting and how Virat Kohli must be taking his catches. We are all dishing out plenty of free coaching, aren't we? But before we go to that, let's have some fun, shall we? We have put together this package of bizarre dismissals. Come on, let's take a look. As far as dismissals go, there is nothing more tragicomic than watching a batsman get out hit wicket. Hardik Pandya was the first such casualty in this year's IPL. Someone took staying indoors a little too seriously for his own good. But the bowler Andre Russell wasn't complaining one bit. Remember, Russell was the last man to claim a hit wicket in the IPL when he dismissed Riyan Parag of Rajasthan Royals last year in similar fashion. But Hardik Pandya did have sweet redemption later in the evening. He took 3 catches, one of which was a sensational one on the boundary ropes where he had to run backwards for a bit and balance himself. With that, the Mumbai Indians registered their first ever win in the UAE. While Hardik Pandya's bat was a little too close to the stumps, poor old David Miller's bat went the other way as he managed a diamond duck against the Chennai Super Kings. The Rajasthan Royals camp had a bit of a pickle, whether to celebrate or to be upset. Celebrate the fact that their captain Steven Smith had scored a half century, or be upset about the fact that David Miller had got run out without facing a single delivery. Now, someone that's played quite a lot at this venue had a few ground realities to offer. The Rajasthan Royals would do well to take note of the master's suggestion because they are playing their next game against the Kings 11 Punjab at this very venue in Sharjah. There was another David that was similarly unlucky after he was backing up a little too far at the non-striker's end. Johnny Bairstow squashed a drive that deflected off the bowler Umesh Yadav's fingers and caught David Warner short off his ground. Now David Warner couldn't get over it, so he went to social media to vent and even had a few words of advice to Johnny Bairstow as to where he might want to hit the ball next time. Those were some of the bizarre dismissals in IPL 2020 thus far, but there were a few near misses as well. Tom Curran, for instance, the batsman was given out first against Chennai Super Kings only to be called back. The Curran boys certainly have something to talk over the dinner table. There was also Owen Morgan, who was unlucky to cop a blow from Jasprit Bumrah, but extremely lucky that the ball trickled onto the stumps without dislodging the bails. When there are dismissals, there are bound to be wacky celebrations. We saw a couple of those this week. First from Rahul Tewatia of the Rajasthan Royals, who had everyone in splits with his shut the year celebrations. Now mind you, Tewatia hasn't always been a regular in the first 11, so this must have felt a little extra special for him. On the other hand, we had the usual suspect, Sheldon Cottrell, with his trademark salute. He has had the opportunity to do that a few times this IPL, but trust me, celebrating after Virat Kohli's dismissal must have been that bit extra sweet. While the players' celebrations on the field get wilder and wilder, you can celebrate at home with your perfect snacking partner, Bingo. Make sure you grab a pack of this deliciousness before every IPL game, which is exactly what I'm going to do, by the way, as our in-house numbers man Aditya walks you through some amazing fantasy insights. Over to you, Adi.
Thanks, Arun. I'll quickly take a minute to pay tribute to Dean Jones, one of the cricketers I love the most. I consider myself very, very fortunate and lucky to have had the chance to work with him for more than 5 years in broadcast and all the leagues that he's worked in. The last PSL draft, which happened in November last year, we had to stay on call the whole time, that was about 4 to 5 hours, and make decisions on the go. It was thoroughly enjoyable. Not just me, anyone who's worked with him would have learned a lot out of him. In my opinion, he had one of the sharpest cricketing brains. We at K-Sport had a chance to talk to him a couple of months back. We left the link in the description below. In case if you're interested, you can watch it. Back to cricket. We kept harping on and on about how bowlers are going to pull back their lengths and we're going to see a lot more short balls. That's what happened. Some of the batsmen have adapted, but most of the batsmen have not adapted. Most importantly, Kohli. If you see the 2 balls that he got out to in the first couple of matches, back of a length balls, and he's not adapted. If Kohli is struggling, then you know how hard it is. Having said that, we've handpicked some players for your fantasy team. These are players who've historically played the short ball very well. The bowlers do seem to have a set plan for Abu Dhabi and Dubai, bowl a lot short balls and then mix it up with an odd fuller one. This will give them some level of success in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, but when it comes to Sharjah, they have to come up with something wildly different. If 33 sixes are being hit in one match, then you know the bowlers have to do something completely different. Alright, we know that the bowlers are bowling short, but they can't keep doing this forever because the batsmen are going to figure them out. So what will their next plan be? Our guess, slower bounces or the chest high slower balls. The slower balls, if they are full, it's easier for the batsman because the batsman can get underneath the ball and then hit you down the ground. Whereas if it is short, they have to go back and either target the deep mid-wicket boundary or the covered boundary. I don't think in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, any coach would tell their player to target those two boundaries. That's it from me, Arun. Take it away.
Thank you for those insights, Aditya. With MS Dhoni having retired from international cricket, Sanju Samson has stormed into contention for the India wicketkeeper slot alongside Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul. He gave us a strong reminder of why he's such a powerful candidate with his 32 balls 74 against Chennai Super Kings that included, hold your breath, 9 sixes. This was of course his personal fastest half century, as also the joint second fastest half century for the Rajasthan Royals. As many as 33 sixes were scored in the CSK-RR encounter in Sharjah, the joint highest ever in IPL history. Now with KXIP taking on Rajasthan Royals on Sunday, will Sanju Samson and Glenn Maxwell, two of the biggest six hitters in Sharjah, go one better? While Sanju Samson goes about making Sharjah his second home, you can enjoy the IPL by ordering fresh and delicious home-style meals from Homely. Make sure you use the coupon code HOMMATCH to get ₹100 off on your next Homely order. Well, that's all the fun we have in today's episode, but there is a lot more action coming your way, so please like, share, subscribe and stay tuned to this space. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.